Pulling lists and data has never been easier with new AI technology. And this software I'm about to show you here is going to change the game. A lot of us have had to train VAs to go to pull county data, to pull data for MLS listings on sites like Redfin and Zillow, or to pull data off of Facebook or places like that. And we've used data scrapers before. You've seen me teach how to use the instant data scraper and things like that. But this goes well beyond that. It makes things so much easier. You set it up once, then you don't have to think about it again. Creating bots. Who would have thought that creating a bot would have been a thing that you can do without learning to code or doing anything like that? This software makes that happen for you. In this video, we're going to take a list of properties, turn it into a list of property links on Redfin, or you could do this on Zillow, and then turn that list of Redfin links into a highly organized data sheet that you can use to then kick out to REI Reply. Once you've taken it into REI Reply, you can then automate it in REI Reply and send out offers, letters of intent to your heart's content. Now, that may seem like a lot, but once you get it all set up, all you're going to have to do is click a button and all of this will be done for you. So all of this that you just see here, it seems like a whole bunch of technical stuff, right? But just imagine setting this thing up once and then you never have to do it again. All you have to do is hit run. All you have to hit the start button. Pull up your website, hit the start button. It'll do the rest for you. That's the beauty of this particular piece of AI software. And I just wanted to introduce to you this amazing software called Axiom. It is a bot. So you can basically create bots to eliminate VAs. Now, I know some of us love our VAs and we want to support them and their families. But if you're crunched for dollars, if you're like many people are, they need to cut down on some things, this thing is going to help tremendously. Some of the amazing things that this bot can do are things like do your posts for you. So if you wanted to schedule posts on Facebook, for example, you could set it up to do that and it'll push all the buttons and everything. Now, I know you could probably do that through REI Reply or any Go High Level system. There are other systems that allow you to do that, but you run into situations on Facebook and other social media where they will disallow you to be able to do things through a third-party software, right? There's a limitation. So for example, with Go High Level or REI Reply, you have to do it from your business page. Like everything goes through your business page. It's not through your actual personal page. Well, what if I wanted to do things from my personal page? Well, I would need some other way to be able to control that. And so this allows you to do that. It allows you to be you on your own personal page and schedule these things out. And it's pretty awesome. Let's go through a couple of things that it can do here. Well, I'm just going to show you one right now. So when I do stuff on Redfin, I often will build folders of all my favorite properties, right? So I have these automatic searches set up, and then I go through and I look which properties fit my criteria. Then I stick them in my favorites folder. And then I have to go in and then make offers on them. So much of the time, what I'm doing is exporting the list from here. I download that list, and that list will then pop up and look a little something like this, which is great. But it's got a lot of information that I don't need on it, and it makes me have to spend a lot of time cleaning up the list. And one thing it doesn't provide, the list doesn't provide the agent names and information. So if they have an email or a phone number involved on Redfin normally doesn't. It usually just has the agent names, and we can get those as well using the same scraper. I haven't developed a automation for that yet, but it's possible. Like, so much is possible with this thing. But So this is how I used to do it. And I would put this list into PropStream or PropWire, and it would kick out the agent information. But the problem was that PropStream and PropWire do not update their information. So a lot of the stuff isn't even listed for sale on PropStream and PropWire like it is on Redfin or Zillow. So Redfin and Zillow is going to have up to date to the almost to the minute, it seems like to me. I don't know how often they're updating things. I think it's like every 2 minutes. But PropStream and PropWire are just not there. So a lot of the properties that I would pull from this list, because maybe they just came on the MLS today or 2 days ago, they're not on PropWire yet. They're not on PropStream, so there's no agent data. So this list doesn't really work for that. So what I would have to do is I'd have to go and come back into this list and click on each one of these, and then come down here and check for this person, right? This agent. Well, the cool thing with the app that I'm showing you, Axiom, and you can get this information down in the description. You can download. Please use my link. It helps me out. But it is a Chrome browser extension. So what you would do is you'd come in here, and you can basically, this is the main dashboard, right? And these are all my automations. What you can do is you can create new automations here. So what I do is I have, I think this is a favorites, Redfin favorites run, or Redfin favorites link is the first one we have to do. So we have to build the links to all of these properties that are in my list. So basically what this will do when I run this, and it's pretty easy to put together, it's just 2 steps in here. And you basically say, okay, get current URL, the URL that we're on now, which is my MLS offers folder in Redfin. And presumably you can do this on Zillow as well. I have not done it on Zillow, but I'm pretty sure that this would work. You're asks you where you want to scrape the data from. So I just click on this one. And I think you may have to click on the second one as well. And then it just automatically knows that you want all of them. So then it puts all of them in column A. I only need 1 column for this particular run, right? So that is done. Then I'd go back to my thing here. And then come in here, it's going to ask me what spreadsheet I want to send it to. So this is connected to my Google. I would just then direct it to, this one is named Redfin Favorites, because these are my favorites in a favorite list. And then it's sheet number 1, because if you know about Google Sheets, you have multiple sheets in any given Google Sheet that you open. You can have multiple pages, like pages to me. I don't know why they call them sheets, but pages within that sheet. And then it's just asking you where it wants to pull the data from, and then you're going to say all these links, because this is the list of links that's on this screen here. So I want to pull data from all of those. I don't pull all those links rather, and then add to existing data. I don't want to clear the spreadsheet every time. So I'm going to keep it on that spread. Say I wanted to add to the spreadsheet every day during the week, I would just have this add existing data so it doesn't delete stuff that's already there, right? And that's it. After that, I would just run it, hit run, and this thing would go through and create that sheet. And then the sheet comes out looking like this. Okay, well, that doesn't really do anything for you, right? What is this list of links? Well, then I have my second bot. Right, and my second bot is, as it's loading up here, is Redfin's favorite run. And this is where the magic happens, because it's basically going to go into each of these links and pull the data that I want. So say this is the first property here, right? We'll go back into, so it's going to say, it's going to read the data. It's asking me, pull the data from that Redfin favorite sheet number 1. Shows you what the output looks like. It only shows you the first 3 rows, but it says, okay, this is what your data, does that look like the right data? Yes, it does. Okay, so I'm good with that. Loop through data, it just basically means it's going to go through all of this, every one of these rows, and not just stop at the top row. Then It's showing you what those things look like to make sure it's pulling the right stuff. Now here is the detail that matters, right? So now it's asking you to select what is going to pull from each of these pages. So I would come in here and I want the address on the first column, column A. I want the second part of the address on column B, right? That's here. Column C, I want the asking price. D, I want the bed count. E, I want the bath count. F, I want the square footage. And you just click on these things to get them to populate there, right? I've already done this, but I'm just kind of giving you a quick so on and so forth. 1963 is year built, acreage, right? I also have how many days it's been on Redfin. Sometimes that information is helpful to me if I don't want to actually click into each one of these myself. Now I don't have to do that. Now it's not going to update it on a daily. So if I've done this a week ago, then that, of course, this is, weeks late. So you kind of have to stay on top of that. But then you have the agents' names here. I have both of the agents and I have the MLS number. So that's basically all the data that I want. And so that's going to create a spreadsheet that looks like this, right? Now, some of the data for some reason didn't populate for some of these properties. For the most part, I got the pertinent information, which is the property address and the agent information. Now, the only thing I have to clean in this sheet is the city, state, and zip. I need to separate those before I stick it into my CRM. But other than that, everything else is pretty much exactly as I'd want it. I think I need to delete. No, everything else is done. I may have changed something. I think the year built had something else in it. It said offer or property year built or build year is. I just deleted the language that was before the number, which is really easy to do with the Command F or Control F if you're using a PC. So that is done, and that's what the list looks like now. So now I can install this into REI Reply and immediately start reaching these people, because 9 times out of 10 I have every one of these agents in my system already. So if I have this, when I dump it into REI Reply, finding these people, these agents, the agent names, and putting this information into each contact, then it will also put into my custom fields the address and information there and the MLS number. And so now all I have to do is basically put in a number for an offer price and push a go button on the automation there. It seems like nothing to some people if you don't know this process that you've probably seen it if you've watched this channel before, but this saves me so much time. You're not even going to believe it, because I spend a lot of time cleaning up these pages. And now that I can insert the information almost exactly how I want it here with just a couple of things that I have to change, those couple of things will take me, 2 minutes to change. And then I'm off to the races. I can hit a go button on REI Reply. Again, that's automated. This process is automated. It just makes things so much faster. And let me just show you what it looks like when you run one of these things. So if I hit run right now, we're going to run it in the cloud, and you'll see what this looks like. So I'm not touching anything. As you can see, my cursor is down here on the left. I'm not doing anything. It's automatically going to go into each page, and it's not going to do it super fast, as you can see. But I can set this and forget it. It gives you like a time on the left, 4,503 milliseconds, I guess that is. Loop through data is 2 milliseconds. So what it has done is it has gone to the first link on that list, and it's now going to start pulling the information from that list or from this listing. And now, as you can see, it's actually pulling in the data, scrolling down the page, pulling out the pertinent information that I asked it to pull. As you can see, the highlighted in yellow. It is pulling this into the spreadsheet. It's going to go to the next page, do the same thing, and it's just going to keep doing this until it finishes. Pretty awesome. As you can see, this thing is super powerful. Now that is just what it did for my Redfin, but the other thing I'm going to have it do is basically build myself a skip tracer that will be free using True People Search. I know a lot of people are probably saying, well, but you have the CAPTCHA, you know, that thing that tries to prove that you're human. Well, there's a way that they circumvent that with humans. So you're still using a human, but you're also using the bot. So there's a service that you pay for. It's probably a lot cheaper than paying the VA still. I just put $3 in because you have to put $3 in and just to see how it works. Look out for it. I'll be doing some more videos to teach you exactly how to use this, but grab the special link in the comments here and download it, play with it, subscribe to it if you will. All that stuff will help me out for even giving you this information. But this thing is super powerful. Trust me, it'll change your life if you learn how to use it.